Mischief Night, Devil's Night, or whatever you want to call the night before Halloween, was upon us. All of the good kids were inside minding their own business, but this was the night for the bad ones to go out and cause a little trouble. Danielle happened to be one of those. "You'd better not be playing any pranks or vandalizing any houses tonight," her mother cautioned. "I won't," Danielle replied. "I'm just going over to my friend's house." Her father overheard the conversation and knew she was being untruthful, so he decided to put a little fear into her. "You know," her father explained, "you ought to be very careful on the night before Halloween. I remember you got in a lot of trouble last year because you smashed the neighbor's pumpkins. I would say you got really lucky last time that he didn't get to you first." He paused and winked at her mother. "And by he, I mean the jack-o'-lantern man." "Good one, Dad," Danielle said sarcastically. Her mother continued, "Your father is right. If you keep doing all those nasty things, the jack-o'-lantern man will come and take you away." "Sure, Mom. Whatever. I'm out of here. See you later." And with that, Danielle hurried out the door. She was anticipating what kind of chaos she was going to cause tonight. She was not able to sneak any toilet paper or eggs out of the house, so that was off the agenda. Not far from her home, she saw the house of someone on her block who had an ornately carved pumpkin out on the front steps. "Wow," Danielle remarked. "It must have taken quite some time to do all that work. I bet they're going to feel really terrible when they see it smashed on their lawn." She chuckled to herself, but then paused, thinking of the story her parents told her earlier. "They're just trying to scare me," she thought, and proceeded up the driveway. She looked around to make sure there was no one present. She grabbed the pumpkin off the stairs and slammed it down on the lawn, pieces flying everywhere. "You!" a voice echoed from the distance. Danielle looked up and nearly jumped out of her skin. She saw a creature coming toward her with a long, lanky body and a large, orange head. Its eyes and mouth carved in grotesque shapes with fire radiating from them. This was the jack-o'-lantern man. Danielle took off, and the monster began to follow. She ran toward her house, but it was gaining on her. She had a stitch in her side, but she did not stop. As she made it to the front door, the jack-o'-lantern man had just reached the bottom of her steps. She quickly opened the door and flung herself in. She slammed it behind her and tried to catch her breath. "What's all that noise?" her father yelled from the other room. He made his way to the front door, as did her mother, who asked what had happened. "I believe you. I believe you," Danielle panted. "I saw the jack-o'-lantern man, and he came after me. I'm never going out on this night again." And with that, she ran into her room. Her parents started to giggle. "I am so glad this worked," her mother snickered. "But I'm surprised you were able to get the costume on so fast." His smile quickly faded, and he stared at her with a serious expression. "You mean that wasn't you?"